Hey y'all, I just woke up, but I felt like I needed to get this message off. I'm looking real crusty, but I felt like I had to get this message out because it's just something that was, yeah. Anyways, and so as Black and brown people specifically, right? If you are a business owner, a founder, entrepreneur, whatever it is that you call yourself, if you're someone that is creating something for yourself or building something, it always includes your community, right? It doesn't matter what your clientele looks like. It doesn't matter any of that. You're always just, whether you are unconsciously or subconsciously aware, you're always creating for your community. And what I mean by community is your ancestral lineage, especially the Black and brown one. We all understand that as Black people, we are multiracial in ourselves. Like, none of us is fully just one thing unless you are. But I can only speak for myself, right? And so for me, and just for anybody that is most Black in America, most of us are multicultural ethnic people because of what has happened in this country. And so inherently, when we are creating these businesses, creating these community spaces, creating these things, we are inherently doing it for our Black and brown lineage, right? Because that is what is seen when we first enter. And is also something that I think is just inherently within us almost, is to make sure that we create these things regardless of what that business is that we never forget our ancestors, you know? And so I came across this video literally just this morning after a meditation, and it was Toni Morrison talking about how, like, we create art for the Black gaze, right? And it's so true. And I mentioned this in another video of express yourself, create art, whatever the video was about. And I briefly mentioned towards the end of how I would always come back as a Black woman that is Black and queer, right? Like, period. And so but I've been thinking about, just within my own business, of how everything that I do within my business, I am thinking about my community and where I come from. I'm thinking about, and this can go as far as like where I come from, literally where I was born. I think about it from the standpoint of my ancestral lineage of being Black and Native American, and just think about just all these different aspects, even as a queer woman, how my business can serve the LGBT community, because all of these communities that I am a part of are marginalized, are the minority. And so, like I said, no matter who you are, if you are creating art, if you are creating whatever the case may be, because all of it is art, all of it is art. It's your idea, it's your creation, you created it, it is art. And so, especially as a Black and brown person, you are always thinking about how you can uplift and empower, and truly uplift and empower your communities that you are a part of, because you see it, you understand how badly it's needed. And even when those communities don't necessarily understand, you see the need for what it is that you're doing and why it's important, because it all comes back to our ancestral nature and our ancestral lineage of who we have always been. It's just like in the work that I do, guiding women on trusting their intuition. That is something that is ancient. It's something that is primitive. It's something that we all can tap into if we really actually take the time and take the presence to listen. And it's something that is so important, because when you do that, it really does help to guide you into a life that you can actually love. And that's the standpoint that I work from it from. And however my art evolves in this world is how it evolves. But like, it always comes back to just uplifting and supporting the communities that I am a part of and that represent me, and that represent my lineage and represent the ancestors that have walked before me. And so, yeah, that's it. Namaste.